Okay, so at this point, I'm pretty sure you guys all know the whole Battlefront 2 fiasco, and it's just getting worse. Uh, it's every day. The whole saga with Battlefront 2 is honestly a spectacle to watch. It's entertaining, and I feel like it's always entertaining to watch such a greedy company or greedy publisher like EA. It's always funny watching them fail. Uh, Granted, of course, if people actually did put their money where their mouth was and voted with their wallets, people wouldn't buy Battlefront 2. But Battlefront 2 isn't supposed to appease to them. It's not supposed to appease to the Reddit dwellers, because that's not who they're trying to satisfy. They're trying to satisfy the masses, and that's exactly what Battlefront 2 is meant to do. It's meant to satisfy that crowd that play a game for 2 hours a day, or like a few hours a week, because they have a job or social reasons, or they just do not play that much games, but they just game every once in a while. These are the type of people that buy sports games, and they buy it every year, but that's the only type of game that they play. And they see Battlefront, they're like, oh cool, it's Star Wars, so they buy it and they get addicted to it, and they just keep buying microtransactions, and they have no idea that they're getting scammed. So if you're a person that dwells on Reddit, complain about things online, or rants on YouTube videos, then just know, EA, they're not trying to make you happy. Granted, they're not trying to make anybody happy, but they're most certainly not trying to appease to you. And this is the reason why I lose so much respect for these companies. Because for these companies and developers, because they lose track of what they actually want to do, and they lose track of what an actual good game is. So they're basically appealing to the most to like the lowest common denominator, which it's crappy. So yeah, Battlefront 2 is just getting worse at this point. The whole fucking they're locking heroes behind paywalls, which is just ridiculous, and the amount of time that it took before people bitched about it on Reddit was just amazing to me. It's amazing to me to see how EA is willing to push it so far until people call them out on it. And I'm pretty sure that these changes actually weren't going to go through. They just wanted to see if people were going to complain about it. And, well, people did. And now they lowered the credits, the amount of credits that it takes to unlock a hero. But don't be fucking fooled. They're not doing you a favor. They don't give a fucking shit about you. They're not trying to make you happy. They're not trying to appease to the people on Reddit. They're just trying to make it seem like, oh, we're here for you. We care about you. They're trying to make it seem like that, but it's absolutely not true. I think both me and you know this. So yeah. And the news that came out today was they lowered the amount of credits that you can earn from Battlefront 2, the campaign specifically. And so what this causes is that you can't really buy much. You used to be able to earn 20,000 credits, but now you can only earn 5,000 credits. So yes, they lowered the amount of credits that you can earn by 75%. So with EA, you can never trust anything that they do, because there's always going to be a fucking catch. And they snuck this thing into the news update. Actually, it wasn't in the news update at all. They didn't tell people about this. If it weren't for the people on Reddit that are always having their eyes peeled like a hawk, this news wouldn't have broken out, and nobody wouldn't have known about this. Everybody would have kept thinking that everything is all fine and dandy, rainbows and shine, but it wasn't. There's always a catch with EA. You can't really trust them. So that's the thing. And this is going to lead to my main point. I'm just going on a tangent at this point, but Battlefront 2 is going to become just as irrelevant as the first one. And it's going to become just as irrelevant because of the whole fucking debacle that's going on right now. They're gonna expect people to grind so much for the new content they're gonna be releasing, but no one's gonna care if your game doesn't have enough depth. And I played Battlefront 2. I played the open beta. I didn't pre-order this because I'm not a fucking moron. So I played the beta. I thought it was really fun. Honestly, I thought it was a good game. When I played after a while, the game just gets really boring. Things just feel bland. Like, I played shooters all of my life, and when I played Battlefront 2, it just feels like another shooter with the Star Wars skin on it. So it doesn't feel special like the old Star Wars Battlefront 2, like the original. It just doesn't feel special. And what surprises me even more is that old game from the early 2000s, which is probably more than 10 years old by now, it has more features than Battlefront 2 2017. So let that sink in through your head a bit. A game that was made more than 10 years ago has more features than a $60 AAA game in 2017. So that's pretty amazing to me. And it goes to show just how EA are so incompetent, and they can't make a good game. They can't make a good game with solid features, and they can't make a good game with solid features without a catch. And that's absolutely why I'm not supporting these business practices, and I'm not buying their bullshit. EA can stick a fucking dildo up their ass for all I care. I'm not buying their products. And I hope whoever's seeing this, all 10 people that watch this video, I hope you don't buy it either, because it's a fucking mess. I'm disappointed, but when am I not disappointed? I had no expectations, and I'm still disappointed. Fuck, man. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye.